Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, buon pomeriggio, buonasera, buongiorno tutti. Hi, this is Elena, and this is my business page. And I am from Toronto. Today is my day 6. No, sorry, day 7 of my go live and which is 10-day challenge. And I encourage each and every one of you that comes on to comment and tell me where you're from, because this is a global business that it's digital, so it goes around the world. And that's why I mentioned hello in English and in Italian, because my background is Italian. And I just wanted to come on and just share with you what our business is about. And we do this from time to time. We do our challenges, which helps our business and helps our viewers know what digital business is all about. And I've also asked a couple of our coaches and mentors to come on and ask them what they feel about their business. So today I have my friend and business partner, Betty Ray. She's from Alberta, and I'm just going to bring her on so that we could have this little chat. Hi,
Hello.
Betty. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for taking the challenge with me or helping me out with my challenge here.
Well,
And
thank you for having me.
oh, no, it's a pleasure. We always say that we're going to have a minute to talk and do a Zoom. And, of course, life gets busy.
That it was.
We're really not going anywhere, but it still gets busy, right?
Enjoying life.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
Betty, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm a small town, actually a farm girl from Alberta, Canada. I live in a small community in central Alberta. I'm married for, oh gosh, a lot of years now, a lot of wonderful years. I have two growing children and two grandbabies. And I started off out of high school as a hairdresser and moved into becoming an educational assistant later in my later years. And actually, I'm a jack of all trades. I've done a lot of things over the years. I've done janitorial, I've managed a swimming pool, I've worked in a liquor store. I've kind of done a lot, different things. But yeah, I'm just a small town girl.
Just jack of all trades. Well, you and I have a lot in common in that sense where,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a hairdresser. And then I was always, I was advised differently about that.
Yeah.
So I went through high school knowing that, no, I'm going to be a hairdresser. And then I switched to legal secretary.
Oh,
I
yeah.
went to college for that. But even in high school, I knew that the numbers were for me. My teacher said the same thing, Elena, you've got a neck for that, and blah, blah, blah. I still continued the legal secretary, didn't go anywhere with that one. I
Yeah.
found that I didn't I mean, I've always been a secretary in some form,
Yeah.
office admin or anything like that. But, in the law, not really. I just got to know a little bit more about the law.
Oh,
But,
interesting.
and then I became a bookkeeper and yeah, basically sort of the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I actually heard a stat, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard in a person's lifetime, a lot of times people will have, I think, 7 different occupations. And
yeah.
I could probably say I have.
Yeah.
I suppose ones that maybe are doctors or lawyers that have, their education is longer can't say that, but yeah, yeah.
But they change too, right? Because they change fields and they figure, oh, had enough of this and have
Yeah.
enough of that. So,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
again, thank you so much for helping me out with this go live here. And I've told our viewers as well that this is a global business. And so I just wanted to ask you, as a digital business owner yourself, what was your pains and struggle starting the online business?
Okay, well, like I said, I moved on to becoming an educational assistant, and that was probably well, now it would be oh, 12 years ago, I guess. Um, and before the world was turned upside down, I guess I had been working regular year after year. But every year I never knew if I had a job or not. And I was laid off as an educational assistant every year, and then I'd be rehired or whatever. But it was so very unstable. It was unsecure. And then, like I say, when the world went upside down, I would have been laid off. But thank goodness, 2 years, or no, I guess 3 years prior to that, I oh, I've lost track of days. But anyways, I I jumped into the online space because of I had no job security, and I live in a small community. There is absolutely no job options here. If it is, it's working at a grocery store, like I say, the liquor store. There's basic jobs, but when they're filled, then there's no openings, right? So I would have had to travel an hour, probably, if I was lucky, a half an hour, which I know isn't very long. But when you live in a small community out in the country, you're driving on winter roads and icy, and I didn't want to do that. So, anyways, after being laid off, I believe 5 times in 9 years, if I remember correctly, I'd had enough. And so that was my pain point. We still had financial things that we wanted to settle up. Our retirement was sneaking up on us. And we didn't want to settle. We wanted to travel. We love going to the lake. We love, you know, the finer things in life. We love doing things, right? And it all takes money. Plus, our children were older. We put them through university and, weddings at all costs, right?
That's right.
And we weren't prepared for retirement. And so I needed to contribute to our pot, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to work. Like I say, I'm a jack of all trades. I like trying new things and doing things, and so I needed something. And just one day, I don't know what possessed me to start looking. I was on Facebook and I started looking. And did I ever think I'd be working online? Not in a million years. I had hardly been on Facebook before that, right? And so, yeah, it's a funny story how I got,
No,
but I don't regret a minute.
no, that's all true though. That's just how it happens, right? So,
Yeah.
now you're successful and like you're dotting all checking off all the boxes that is meeting your needs and stuff, right? It's
Oh, thank you.
amazing.
Yep.
Tina is from New Brunswick. She says, "Hello, ladies. I too am Jane of all trades." So, yeah. So, we whatever
Yeah.
doesn't work, we try something, and we'll do our best, right?
You do that as a parent. You want to give your children, and I mean, you want to contribute to your household, and you do what you got to do, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that basically, I think that answers my second question is like, well, why did you decide to have an online business?
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I decided I wanted to contribute to our pot. I
Yeah,
I wanted to work. And you know what? I also, not even just financially, it's good. It's good for me. I enjoy being independent. I feel good about myself. And um I want to be contributing. I want to have a purpose in life. So, that
exactly.
too, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that's all valid, statements because you don't just, what are you going to do? They need to keep your mind busy as well too. And this sure makes us stay busy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Learning the
It's
online
business.
world.
Yeah, yeah. There's always something to do, learn, and
Right? Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
what was your biggest result or change that happened since you started the digital business?
Well, my husband and I actually have retired from our 9 to 5.
Ah,
He has too. I didn't go back to becoming a teacher, educational assistant, I should say. Um, and yeah, the biggest result, well, that was huge. We're spending more time traveling. We're actually, like I was just saying, to Alina before we popped on that we're booking or we're packing for a trip next week. So, we have the freedom. The other week, my grandkids were sick. We hopped in the car at supper time and headed to babysit them. Could have I ever done that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We went and helped out. That just makes me feel good. I makes warms my heart that I can help my kids. Um, and of course, financially, it has helped. And it has given me, again, I wanted a purpose. It has, my personal growth has just exploded. The things I've learned, the confidence that I've gotten, it's just, there's been so many good things that have come out of this that I would have never dreamt. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's nice to hear that, like you're helping. And that's one of my things too, is that I want to be able to help my family. Like at a drop of a hat, my daughter can call me. Actually, she did a couple of weeks ago and says, Mom, I'm not feeling good. Can you come over and take care of the
Yeah.
kids? And I'm like, well, of course I'm going to come, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I have aging parents, and that sometimes is a drop of a hat too. So,
Totally. Yeah, it is. And I when I was working at the school, I couldn't have maybe if I planned ahead, they'd maybe let me take off a week to go on a vacation. But then they often said that, you get your summers off. So, I had one principal that said that, so we don't really like you to go during the school year because you do get time off.
you do
And
get
he had
time
a
off.
valid point, but I didn't really like it, but that's the way it goes, right? So you just do it. So
Exactly.
the time and the flexibility is wonderful with this because I just am taking my business with me. It's is it going to wreck my time on a holiday? Absolutely not. I'm going to put as much time as I want into it. I'm going to do the necessary things at the time when it suits me fine, and I'm just going to enjoy my time. Mhm.
Exactly. And it
Yeah.
doesn't, you don't spend that much time on your business anyway, right? Like, I mean,
No,
there are varies.
yeah, you can once you set it up. I'm planning and doing a bunch of stuff ahead of time, and I could just walk away from it for quite a few days, right? Unless
Right.
I have a call or something, talking to someone. But that's pretty flexible too. So yeah, so it's been a good fit.
Okay.
Mhm.
And that's what we want. We want it to be flexible. We want it to
Yeah,
be convenient. That's
yeah,
the other one. And, we want it to be accessible so that we can, get to it as soon as we can.
yeah,
But then it gets to us, so we don't have to worry about
mhm,
the accessibility, right?
yeah,
So, and actually, Tina just mentioned as well, she says, I'm learning so much about myself, discovering things I needed in my life that I didn't realize were missing. And that's
hmm,
so true because you know what? You do have more time for yourself, for your family. It's always like actually what we were talking before. It's always a rush, rush, rush when we were younger. Getting them to their kids to their events right after work. It's like, okay, hurry up, do your homework. We got to go to soccer. Then you come home. Okay, hurry up, finish off. Have your dinner or whatever, and go to bed.
totally. I can so relate to that. Yeah, I wish I would have found this sooner. Uh,
Yes.
I really do.
So
Because
what do
it
you recommend then?
oh, totally, I recommend it. Yes, and, even for my children, and they, support me and they know, and they're very interested. Unfortunately, we spent a lot of money, on their careers, so of course, it's nice that they are using it, um, and, well, they'll either maybe jump in or with my business, you can leave it as a legacy, right? So they'll eventually get it anyways, right?
Yes,
So,
that's a
uh,
great start for them.
it is, it is, yeah. So we'll see where that goes, whatever. But yeah, I wish I would have had that time flexibility and when your kids were sick, right?
Exactly.
Or
Yeah, that was a tough one, like you're torn because your boss wants you in and your child needs you. And
Yeah.
then, you either schlep them off to the babysitter, and if you have a parent that can watch them, that's fine, but it's
Yeah.
tough. So now
It
you don't, it's not as stressful, right?
is. Yeah.
So
And
what
now
if,
with the, oh, sorry, I was just going to
no,
say, now with the way everything is going, day homes and stuff won't even take kids when they are sniffling and stuff anymore. So they're stuck,
so
you
you are
know?
stuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you still need to take the time off with them. So
Mm.
yeah, with this here, you can still have the daycare going, and the business in the background or in front of you or what have you, and have them involved, which I
Mm.
like about that. I like that my grandkids, they're involved in a sense where, like when Nana takes pictures,
Mhm. Yeah.
or when she's talking silly with them, then it's like,
Yeah.
it's all part of fun. It's all part of the business as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great business for any age. It's something that, oh, I shouldn't say any age, but once you're at the adult stage, I mean, not teenager or whatever, but you can start, as a young adult to, I'm so surprised, at the age of some people that are coming in, but it shows life is tough out there. And at any age, you still need that little boost of income, to help you get through. Retirement isn't cheap anymore, and it just gives you that little extra pot. Yeah.
Right. And having, like you said, nowadays you need more than one income.
Oh.
Now I understand what they mean by multiple streams of income. uh,
Hmm.
whether you have your dividends, and if you have a great financial portfolio, that's great. But I
Yeah,
think that still, like the way things are, it's quite expensive. Life is very expensive, and I'm
it
just
is.
saying, just to get by, right?
Yeah.
And of
Oh, I
course, some of us want the extras. Maybe it's the boat, or maybe it's the RV, or maybe it's the extra vacation, which
yeah,
we're entitled to it. So why should we deprive ourselves of that, right?
that that's
We're not
right.
here for a long time, so we might as well make the best of it.
Oh, I've learned that way too. Life is short, and yeah, you need to learn that fast.
So if anybody is interested, how would they go about it, Betty? Would you be able to
Yeah,
elaborate on
sure.
that?
You would go to our website, one of our websites, and you register to go to a informational webinar. It only takes about 90 minutes of your time. It's absolutely complimentary. There is no risk involved. I remember back the first time when I was looking and scrolling through Facebook, and I saw a couple, and this business just or it just seemed there was something different about it. And what it was different was it was real. They were real people. And I remember watching it several times, and I still think back to that day and watching the people on the webinar. So you'll hear a lot of information, and then you get to hear live people. And I remember that. And every time I go now on the webinar, I always think there's somebody out there watching, feeling the same way I did that time, And I remember thinking, they look like just everyday people, and that's what we are. That we're from all walks of life that just needed more. We were looking for more time, more flexibility, more money, whatever. And online is where it's at now. Is it scary? Yes. Is there scams out there? Yes. You have to do your research, but there's something different about our system. And if people only give it the chance to have a look, they'll see that it's real. And there, when you come in and you see there's more than a business in this, it is
Yes.
such a community with integrity, um, just support, kindness. I Yeah, it's incredible. I am shocked that I come across something this good. I I'm amazed. You don't know till you get in.
Exactly. It's true.
Yeah, you have to watch the webinar, take the steps, and you're never committed until the last. Get all the information, check it out. You don't,
Hmm.
yeah.
Exactly. And not only that, and mentioning the training. The training is like,
Mhm.
how do you start a business, or where do you start a business with, training included? And that's video based, or like yourself, you're a coach and mentor. We just can check with our mentors and our coaches. and our community as well, which what there's like 143,000 people right now
Yeah.
that
It's,
have made that decision that, like they checked it out and here we are.
yeah.
And it's growing because like you said,
Oh,
you
every
know,
day.
the online is where it's at. Everybody's online. People are working remotely, but again, that's one thing, is that you are your boss, but you're not alone.
That's so much. Yeah. And the talking about the training, and we're always getting updated constantly, and it never costs us another penny, and that's what I like. And it's easy to follow because I had no technical skills. Like a hairdresser and an educational assistant, I maybe helped kids with iPads and stuff at the school. But honest to God, sometimes they knew more than I did, and it was so step by step. I remember, and I just took my time, and I pretty much could figure it out all myself. There was odd time where you had to ask somebody. There was always someone there to ask, right? We have a wonderful community chat that you can always reach out, and you'll get people from all over the world answering your questions whenever somebody's available.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a big bonus, is the education, because
It is.
there's always deals and stuff on Facebook, or any social media, I guess, that are offering classes and stuff. But we don't have to do that because we get it all, and they're always constantly updating. So that's
Yeah.
nice.
I love that too.
Mm,
So that really, in
yeah,
a nutshell, try it out. Come out to our webinar and check it out.
yeah,
But
yeah.
thank you so much, Betty.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is another avenue of your point of view of what you think of the business and what it's done for you, and it obviously has done quite a big difference. I know I've seen you grow as well,
Yeah.
and we have like I said, we have so much in common, and you
I
know
didn't realize that. Yeah.
yeah, so that's
Mhm.
how we get to know one another, is through this business here. And and it's great that even though it's your business, it's not we're always out there for a lending hand. We're not there to take from one another. We're there to work with each other, which is great. So I like that integrity part is really what got me as well
Yeah,
too.
me too.
So I,
Yeah, yeah.
anyway, I want to thank you so much
You're
for.
welcome. I thank you for having me, and I want to wish you all a fun holiday. You should tell your viewers you get, or maybe you're getting to go to meet up with a bunch of business owners. That's
Yes, how did
exciting.
I forget?
Oh, that is exciting.
How
That's a
could I
big
let
bonus
that?
community of we often get together with different business owners from all over the world, and you're going to get a great chance.
Yes, I'm taking the plunge. This business has done well for me, and of course, for all of us that want to take the chance and, of course, meet everybody. And I, hope that you can be there as well. And where it's going to be their third annual get together, and of course, there's been a little bit of a lull there, but we're all excited that we're going to be meeting in one place under one roof. We're going to be learning some, strategic, technical training, whatever it is,
Mhm.
in our business. Because, like you said, technology is moving fast,
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
always something to learn. And it's one best thing to be learning from the person who has organized this as well too.
Mhm.
So our leaders, which is amazing.
Yeah, you'll have a great time.
I hope so. The sun is, if anything, the sun is great, and meeting and hugging everybody just to, see them all the time on Zoom and on
Yeah.
our platforms, and in our trainings as well, because, I myself, I host a training for the 50 plus group. So,
Yeah, yeah,
and you see them all the time, but it's not the same when you're physically seeing them in front of you. So I'm really looking
yeah.
forward to that.
I know there's always been that, and I just haven't got to it yet because I'm always busy with um, some other people doing things. So I have never got to your group, but good for you to do that and helping others.
Yeah, and I'm learning myself because
Good.
everybody comes up with questions. I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." But then, of course, if I don't know, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know everything, but it's
no,
just leading the pack, right? And there's
you're
always somebody that can answer the question, right?
totally, yeah. You're learning while you're leading too. And that's exactly with me too. My group that I get with regularly on a regular basis, I lead it, but oh my gosh, I learned so much from them as well. We all bring something to the table, right?
Right.
And so it's
Well,
great.
yes, you just started the boot camp, so
Yeah,
that
I started helping with that. I just kind of organizing it because I will be gone for the majority of it, but it was fun to help set it up and get it all organized, and so it's running well. And yeah, looking forward to Thursday again. And yeah, always something to do.
always something to do. Well,
Yeah,
again, it's been a pleasure, Betty, and thank you so much. And for you viewers, yeah, it's if you're looking for a side hustle, or so maybe you are looking for an extra income, this is probably the place to be. But the best thing for you to come out to the webinar and check it out. And most of your questions will be answered there. If not, just check up on either one of us, and we'll be happy
totally.
to help you out.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Betty. I hope
Thank
it's
you.
nice and warm in Alberta.
It's actually a beautiful day here today. I was out for a walk just before
Right.
I come on here. So
You
yeah,
probably you probably got what we had yesterday. It was gorgeous yesterday. Beautiful sunshine, and today it's like hazy and cold. So
It's been very frosty, quite a few weeks now. We've had beautiful hoarfrost on the trees. So the sky is it's not as bright. Some days it's bluer, but the temperature is warm for a winter day, and we'll take it because
yeah.
it could be -30. So
Oh,
anyway,
all
well, thank
right.
you
Thank
for
you.
having me. Thank you for watching, anyone.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you on my next tomorrow, which will be with Francisca, and it'll be at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. That'll be day 8. Thank you so much, Betty. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.